Go away. Do you want like that? Oops. So you can see what your next slide is, and then you can click from there. Actually, look. Would that be easier? Yeah. If you should be able to. If you can't, just minimise it there, and then click on it outside. As soon as it's finished, I was like, I know it was wandering. You I did that. No, I didn't. I didn't want to walk out and come back in, like, the video. Right, okay. Yeah. No. We have just recorded something that we're meeting with. Good. All right, excellent. All right, it's just then, let's listen to Chris's pitch. Off you go.
So my final project will be involved on the Super 8. I will explore what being around the camera was like in the 1970s. So it'll be like an documentary that focuses on like a spanning time period. And I'm thinking about being around a birthday party, like a home reel. And so it'll be like, the narrative will be like of the family in that age. Very so why have I decided to do this? The purpose of my project is to preserve like the nostalgia that some people might find in the 70s or their childhood that they might relive in some way. The format I've chosen is Super 8 to add the aesthetic of being in this time by itself. Nostalgic. So the unique selling point of my project is that no one has really created like an analog view of the 70s in today's age Super 8, which requires a decent amount of audience research and like that, and personal questions about how it developed at that time. So it'll kind of be like a day in the life, I guess. And there's some kind of things I could include in the mise en scène, so like filming yourself in a mirror or some kind of Rubik's Cube around that time. Two is demographic of my film is that people who live through this time, or and potentially people on a worldwide scale, but are being more relevant for people in the UK, I guess, who might find it more relatable. And another demographic is probably possibly teenagers who are kind of curious about what the time was like and how it's different in today. So the psychographic of my film will be people who either grew up with Super 8 in their childhoods and will be able to relate to it, or someone who likes the aesthetic of the 70s, whether they feel it was a simpler time or they like the fashion of the 70s. So the social demographic might be people who might be in the middle class, who might be middle class people, or experimented with Super 8 format or 16mm before. The platform that this will release on will be YouTube and possibly some detail I've got in my film is that I'll have up to 5 characters around that of like a small-ish family that have the same kind of importance for family and close friend characters. The concept will be it will be like a home movie, like they could rewatch like on a projector or something like that. And the point of view of the person holding the camera would be from like the man who got the Super 8 camera and testing it out. So it'll be similar to like the typical convention from my specialist study research, where it was typically like the camera recording, and for my film, I'll use 50D and GNT film for mixing indoor and outdoor scenes. So with my piece, I'll include a lot of set design and mise en scène to have the storyline, but before that, it was filmed in the 90s. Yeah, about it.
So,
Oh, hang on, I've got a YouTube video.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I've actually experimented with Super 8 before. I've used 50D daylight film, which has very grainy kind of effects. You can kind of see the colours are kind of different on daylight film compared to the tungsten balance film.
Yes, that pink flash, that sunset. Or
Yeah.
Is that the film that's
It's
showing
the
that?
sunset
Okay.
from outside college. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, good. Well done, Chris. Start with mise en scène. Tell me what your indoor location is going to look like and how you're going to achieve that so it doesn't look like it's 2022.
So I'm using just a house kitchen, and I'm going to be dressing it up so stuff like bit of colours, like curtains and different kind of abstracts thrown on the sofa. Then keyboard games like nothing.
Okay, and is the decor of that environment going to work for the 1970s? It hasn't got like recent wallpaper on there or anything like that. Okay, so attention to detail is going to be really key there. What about when you go outdoors? What sort of environment are you going to have to find so that we don't have like a 2022 model?
It's going to be in like naturistic locations, so like
Okay.
maybe some riding a bike or.
Yeah, because you're going to have to be careful of street furniture and cars and fashions in the background, all that kind of thing, aren't you? So, okay, so you understand that you've got to have a plan for that. What sort of things are going to happen at the birthday party?
So like some key points would probably be like filming like the character first waking up and have like something. What I call is things that
Party blower things, yeah.
Some of that and like some other characters like some other characters showing.
So whose birthday is it? Is it a little person, like a
Yeah.
child, getting really excited?
Yeah.
Okay, and have you got all the cast that you would need for that? Yes, you've got family, friends, whatever that you can do it with. Okay, sounds good. What are we trying to say about the 1970s? I mean, this is the era I grew up in, guys. So, but what are you trying to say about the 1970s?
Perhaps there's some people that it might be it might have a simpler time at that age, like they
Okay. All right. Okay. Anything you guys want to ask? I quite like the fact that. Oh, no, Sam, sorry.
Did you ask people who grew up in that era kind of what the things they were concerned about?
Yeah, I've researched a lot on some forums on social media. Be great about like what kind of early video games like Pong, stuff like that.
Yeah. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? It'd be great if you could get a retro console and have that in the yeah, that's the birthday present. Wouldn't that be amazing? Have an unboxing. Yes, I know, but wouldn't it be amazing to have an unboxing of a new Pong? I don't know quite how you would do that. Outside the production budget, but that would be great.
Just have an Odyssey or something.
But yeah, in terms of, I think you're right to go down the route of looking for the classic kind of 70s games and so on. Just Rubik's Cube me, I think that's 80. So just be a little, just be a little bit careful, and make sure that we are using 70 stuff, because as soon as you've got one thing that's blatantly from the wrong decade, that kind of ruins the illusion. But I'm sure if you've got family of the right age, they'll help you out with that kind of stuff. Yeah. I suspect that I may be able to help you out with some bits and pieces as well, from my childhood. But we'll go there. Maybe even some home movie, you never know. Okay, all right. Is there anything else you want to ask, Chris? Okay, brilliant. Thank you, Chris. Well done. Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna send you.
I wonder whether, Chris, I don't know how you do this, but how, if you are saying, Gemma, go for wig, if you are saying times are simpler then, how we show how much more complicated they are now, I don't know how you work that in. Maybe, I don't know, we'll come back to that at a later date.
Okay.